All right, guys, in this video, I'm going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and not necessarily in that order. But if you're a small business owner, if you're an entrepreneur and you're just getting started, don't take this message as a message of discouragement. Take this message as, something that's going to move you forward, open your eyes to help you in the journey. So when you get stuck, when you feel like quitting, right, you can refer to this and understand that it's part of the journey. Building a business is hard shit. Period. Otherwise, you'd have all these other people doing it every single day. Then none of us would do it because everybody's doing the same thing. It is hard shit to raise up your hand and say, you know what, I have a calling. There's something in me. There's something in my DNA that wants to go out there and make a difference, right? I'm tired of being on the system, right? Where that's the government system or somebody else's system that says, hey, come work for me on my clock, 9 to 5. Whatever that is, right? You volunteered. Nobody told you to go out there and on the journey of being a business owner. You volunteered yourself and says, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to jump into the ugly, right? I'm going to go in the reverse order, right? So the ugly, the bad, and we'll end up with the good. But the ugly is, listen, the sooner you realize where the business is for you or not, the better. Because this is, again, I said, this is hard stuff. It's not easy. Every day you're waking up in the middle of a ring. Sometimes you're waking up in a straight brawl, gang fight at the bar. You're getting kicked, you're getting punched, you're getting whacked, you're getting stabbed. It's part of the journey. It's part of learning. We're going to make mistakes. The mistakes are going to hurt. We're going to be like, what did I do? And how do I get out of this? So you have to understand that that's what it is. If you're coming into business thinking, my buddy is doing it, or look at this guy, gal from Instagram or, social media, right? They're just crushing it. Listen, that's a story that you see, right? It's an image, it's a facade. And I think sadly, 90+% of the people out there they don't have that life, right? Listen, it is not easy. You can simplify it by embracing the challenges that you're going to have. And that really is the ugly part of this, of building a business, right? And that's why it's so important to identify your goals, your vision, because when things get tough, if you don't have anything to look back and say, oh yeah, I'm on this because of this reason, tap out, because you're going to get a chokehold on you. So understand that that's why it's important, when people talk about, goal setting and having a vision, because these are the things we need to go back to remind us why we're doing what we're doing. Because if we don't have that, listen, we're going to tap out. And if you're in business if you decided to be an entrepreneur for the wrong reasons, you're going to tap out. Maybe you should tap out, right? You can't be a follower. Do your thing, right? If you're supposed to be a doctor, be a doctor. If you're supposed to be an attorney, be an attorney. You're supposed to sweep the floors. Be the best floor sweeper there is, right? Identify who you are, right? It's a long life and it's a short life and it's a fast one at the same time, right? The good, the bad, and the ugly. So that's the ugly part about business. A lot of people get swept under the rug. They waste a year, they waste 5, they waste 10, and it's 15, 20 years in. And they're in the same spot they were when they first started. They didn't figure it out. It wasn't for them. They're not happy. They're waking up miserable. Figure this shit out. Is this for you? Rock and roll. It's the best thing you'll ever do. Now, good, bad, and the ugly, right? So we talked about the ugly. Now let's talk about the bad about this, right? And what makes this, this world of entrepreneurship bad? Because we're going to make mistakes. We're going to lose money. How great would it be if everything we did, right, every widget, every service we created, every contact, every client experience was great and wonderful? No, sometimes we're going to make, mistakes that are going to be very, very costly, right? We're going to feel, we're going to feel bad. Our clients are going to feel bad. And a lot of the times, let me say, we will never avoid mistakes. It's part of the process. It's part of that ugly journey, right? But a lot of the times we could avoid some of them because we interact with our gut in business, right? And you shouldn't. You should have data, information, so that you can make a great decision instead of saying, man, I should have took the extra time. I shouldn't have cut the corner, right? So the more corners you cut, the worse. The bad comes out because it's really, really bad decisions you make that set you back, right? We're going to have setbacks because that's just business. There's economic factors that change, technology changes, right? We don't use our money correctly, and that sets us back. But those setbacks we can control those and we can bounce back. Why? Because hopefully we've learned to build reserves. Hopefully we've learned in our business that we need to be efficient with our money, our processes, so we have money on the sidelines, so that when those things show up, they're not going to kill us, right? It's when we're not ready. It's when we're, running our businesses blind. We're just hoping, waiting, and praying to see what happens. That when things happen outside of our control, they're catastrophic for you and your business. Again, talked about the ugly, that's the bad. Now let's talk about the good. Listen, if you're on the journey and you're embracing this stuff and you're saying, you know, this is hard shit and I like it, that's you. Then you've got the DNA, right? You've got the DNA of a business owner that's going to stick it out good times and the bad times. And that's when things get great, because at the beginning, it's just you drinking, right? Really good rum, bamboo rum. It's just you, right? You're putting out the fires, you're creating the business, you're cleaning the bathrooms, you're doing all the work behind the scenes. But it gets better, right? And so that's the good, because now we have a business that we love, we have a passion behind. We've learned how to run our business. We understand the power of looking at, you know, a P&L, right? To see how efficient we are. We've learned how to look at a balance sheet, right? To see the health of our business. We've learned how to use, you know, a cash flow statement to see where our money's going, right? Is it going to debt? Is it going to, you know, equipment? Where's our money going? And now we're able to scale, right? And we need people to scale. We cannot do everything forever, right? As much as we want to micromanage everything from like opening the mail to how to open the front door, those are tasks that we just need to let go. Let them go. Bring on new people. Bring somebody to answer the phone. Bring somebody to handle the social media. Bring somebody to build the widget better, faster than you can. That's the good, that once you start bringing in other humans to be part of your team, and not only to help you grow and win and make more money, but to give people, you know, a sense of being, right? Give people a sense of being part of your community, part of your tribe, part of your culture, and let them win, let them progress. So listen, when you embrace business like that in terms of something long-term, right? Not just, hey, I'm here to sell this little widget. I'm going to sell, you know, 2,000 units or 1,000,000 units, and I'm going to go off to the, you know, to the Caribbeans, right, and sip some rum. Maybe, right? But most people are, you know, establishing a business for the long term, right? Legacy. Maybe you're married. Maybe you're not married. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you don't have kids. Whatever that is, right? But most people, you know, are setting up a business to be a difference, create other opportunities. And when you do that, there's going to be a lot of goodness in your business. All right, well, there you have it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And as long as we're aware that, you know, the journey of, you know, building a business is not a fairy tale. It is a journey, obstacles, heartaches, mistakes. Things get tough, but things get better, right? When we come from a good space. But as long as we're aware of what we're facing, we're going to have a great chance and to succeed, and succeed we will. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it, subscribe to the channel. If you have any entrepreneurial friends that you think could get some value out of the channel, share it with them, share this video with them. And together, you know, we're going to face the good, bad, and the ugly, and we're going to celebrate and have a win in building a great business.